Hi guys, good morning. It is Saturday morning here in Guatemala. Well, it's Saturday morning everywhere. There's my beautiful view of Lake Atitlan, where I'm living since over 2 years now in a wonderful place called Hummingbird Valley. Oh, let's let Stella in. Hi, honey. I was doing my practice this morning and I put the dogs out, and Stella is letting me know she's ready to come in. Come on in, honey. Yeah, there we go. Hi. Hi, baby. So it's a beautiful day here in Guatemala. Beautiful Saturday morning in Hummingbird Valley. And I only have about 10 minutes to make this video because I'm heading to Pana today to get some supplies for a ceremony that I'm having on my land. So part of working with the designer, Ashley and Dijon, before we really get into the meat of it, we're doing a ceremony today where I'm going to be stating my commitments to the land and being witnessed in that. Kind of like a commitment marriage ceremony almost, but I'm stating really clearly what I'm giving to the land. So I'm gonna run off and do that soon. So in this video, I want to tell you about. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Marianne. Hi, honey. Hi, Erica. So in this video, we're gonna do a couple things. One, I want to tell you about something I started doing recently that has contributed the most to my joy. So if you want to feel more joy in your life, try this thing. I really think it's a good strategy for life. And then the other thing I want to do in this video is I want to read this list of names that I have here, and these are the winners of the next of the raffle. So you may know that I have my email list that I'm building, and I'm incentivizing you to join the list by offering you guys some cool prizes. So this month we have the raffle winners for a Zoom call where we can get to know each other better. If you ever wished you could talk to me directly or ask me a question directly, this is a chance to do that. And then also this month, I am raffling off a magic hummingbird. So all you have to do in order to be entered to win these cool prizes is just join the email list. And I want to share the reason why I really want to... Oh, Shanae, right? Shanae? Oh, hi, honey. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I still have your name. I still have your name written on the window here to help me remember how to pronounce it. So I just want to share before we get into the thing, the reason why the email list is so important is that if anything were to happen to my Facebook page and you could no longer find me here, the email list is a way that we could stay in contact. The email list is where I would share with you like where my content is or what's happening or what's going on. And so every single month I'm putting out a really special letter where I'm sharing, what I'm inspired by, what I recommend to you this month, like what I'm personally working with, what's going on in my land. And in fact, in this month's newsletter, which is coming out in the next week, you're going to see the aerial shot of my land. It's really cool. It's so special. So that's going to go out in the email list first. So if you want to get on that, just go to my website, ericaderrickson.com. You'll be prompted, hey, do you want to be entered to the chance to win free giveaways and behind the scenes stuff? Be like, yeah. So just put in your name and email, and then that's it. So the most important thing that I've been doing recently. Good morning, everybody. Hi, everyone. Hi, Amanda. Oh, I love you. I love you, Amanda. Thank you, Erica. I'm proud of myself too. I've really been wanting to build all of these pieces, and now the book, the website, the email, the podcast, the blog, all of the pieces are coming together, and so now I'm just working with learning the best way to, finding my rhythm with all of them because it's new. It's new for me. Good morning from Boston. Hi, Darlene. Cool. Tracy says your son has a drone. He takes aerial shots of homes for local people that live around him. That's amazing. Yeah. So my friend during the gardening course, he has a drone, and so he got some shots of my land, and it's so cool. It's so cool. I can't wait to show you this picture. So join the email list. It'll create safety in our relationship, and then it'll also get you some behind the scenes stuff and some chances to win some cool stuff and to deepen our relationship, which is so important to me. Okay, so without further ado, what is the thing that I've been trying recently that has contributed to my joy? Like, if there's one thing that I have done that I have seen a direct correlation between deepening my relationships, feeling more joy, feeling more presence, and feeling more just like I'm in my energy, like I'm in myself, like, right? And that is this. Let me go back. So maybe you've heard, in our neighborhood we have something called the Gaia Dance Temple. And at the dance temple we have dances. These something called an ecstatic dance. And on the dance floor, sometimes you'll see people start to do contact dance. So they'll start to dance together. Two people will catch each other's eyes, and then they'll connect their energy, and then they'll start dancing and flowing together. I remember when I was first here at the lake, right after Gaia had opened, this was maybe a year and a half or so ago, I came home crying to Karuna once. I came home crying after a dance, and I remember Luke was in the hammock, and I went to Luke, and I'm like, Luke, I am afraid of the thing I want the most. It's funny now. It wasn't funny at the moment. I was pretty upset about it. And the thing I wanted the most was that connection, that intimacy. I really wanted to be able to connect and dance with others and really like feel that human bond and belonging. But what happened was that when I was on the dance floor at that time, as soon as I would like get close to someone and like meet their eyes, I would get incredibly scared. I would get incredibly uncomfortable, and then I would just dance away. And I didn't get that moment of connection that I so deeply craved because I was scared of it. So I came home with this revelation, tears streaming down my face, realizing that I am scared, I'm afraid of the thing that I want the most. I'm incredibly uncomfortable in that moment of intimacy, of vulnerability, of connection. I would rather run away. And in fact, when I think about, in the years prior, I don't drink and I don't smoke weed. I am over, almost 16 months sober now. But I used to drink as a way of feeling better. In fact, when I was in a social situation, I would always need to drink. In fact, I remember when I was an actor and going to all these networking events, someone joked, they made a joke once, like, oh yeah, Erica always has a drink in her hand. And that's because I would go to these social situations and I would go straight for the bar, right? Because I was really uncomfortable and I needed the alcohol to be okay, right? Like sometimes I needed to smoke weed because I was so uncomfortable and I just needed something so I could be okay, right? Because I felt so, ugh. So, stick with me. So the other day I was with my friend Monica, and she actually teaches contact dance. And she said something to me. She said, something I learned from my mentor is that the whole point, or the way that you get better at the contact dance, is that you have to be willing to hold in that moment of discomfort. You have to be willing to just kind of just stand there and take it in that moment where you're not really connecting with the person, or it's not really going the way that you want it to, and you instinctively want to pull away and go do something else. But no, the practice is to hold in that discomfort. And I'm like, wow. So I went to the dance, and I found myself in those moments where I was like, okay, connecting with someone, and I want to pull away because it's just I'm not doing it right, and all of the things, and I feel really vulnerable, and I don't know what to do with my hands, and I feel like an awkward tiger, and oh my, okay. But I remembered Monica's words, and I was like, okay, just hold. And so what I found, Alexa, stop. What I found is that by holding in that moment of discomfort, I was then able to create this connection that wasn't there before, and then sticking with it. But then realizing that this philosophy applies to my whole life, because I can be scared of just connecting with someone, just even with a friend. And so I had heard this right before I went to the gardening course. So I stepped into the gardening course with this new group of people. And my strategy is to avoid, become aloof, get lost in my phone, kind of distract myself, isolate, pull away in those moments of discomfort, especially with a new group of people. And so instead, I remembered the words, and so I held. So I held eye contact. I sat when I like didn't know what to say. I sat in like the awkward moments, and I just kind of I held in the discomfort instead of running away, instead of numbing, instead of looking for an escape, instead of all the ways that I like avoid that high sensation. I didn't do that. And so what I found was that I became such good friends with people in this group. I had this incredible intimacy with like these other women in the group. You know, sometimes it's easy to like connect to guys, you know, but sometimes it can be harder to connect to women, right? And so I just found at the end of the gardening course, I was really reflecting. I was like, what just happened? Because I'm feeling better than ever, so joyful. I feel such deep connections with all of these humans. And it was like, well, aside from I'm learning about everything that I love and I'm just doing what is making my heart feel so expanded, which, you know, that'll do that. But the other thing was that I had been willing to really hold in that discomfort between humans and in every moment. So that's what I wanted to share because it had such a big impact for me. So I'm inviting you to take a look. Could this have some meaning for you? Do you notice that when you get into a moment where you feel uncomfortable, like what are your strategies for making yourself feel better? You know, what are your strategies for, I mean, do you avoid that intimacy? Do you get busy with work? Do you get busy with, you know, being a mom? Do you like, you know, what do you do? And just notice, hi Wendy, good morning. Of course we're so alike. We're just cleverly disguised versions of each other. So what do you do? And then see if you can remember my words. Hold in the discomfort. Hold the eye contact. Be willing to sit in like an awkward moment where you don't know what to say without trying to like fill it, like without rushing to like fill it with something. Like just see what could be there for you and see if you can make that like a practice. No, that's cool. See if you can make that a practice. Instead of running, instead of avoiding instead of pulling away, see if you can just breathe through it and just stay here. Just stay with it. Stay with it and just see what happens. Because for me, when I've made this a practice, I'm experiencing so much more joy in my life and connection and love. And you get it. So thanks for letting me share that. I want to share with you now this list. So I have a list of names here of you guys from this audience who signed up for my email newsletter, and every month we're doing a raffle. So if your name is on the list, check your email for an email from Erica Derrickson, and you will find the information about the Zoom. It's a group Zoom, and it's happening on April 2nd. And more information will be in the email, okay? So, yeah, Shanae. Am I doing? Is it good? Shanae. Yeah, try it, honey, because it's real. All right. So, without further ado, the winners of this month's raffle are Robin Abenanti, Carmen Lopez, Darby Staniford, Kathy James, Victoria Connor, Margie Strickland, Bridget Wilk, Sanya Stevick, sorry if I didn't say that right, Chantal Cotton, can't wait to see you, Chantal, Denise Gembeck, Roxy Schwoshert, Megan Lyons, great, Ellie Noiseau, Alicia Pichardo, Kimberly Holmes, Elizabeth Kelly, Melinda Bieber, Angela Oxy, Auxi, Jordan Adams, yes, Kathleen Ganch, Meryl Connolly, Ashley Jennings.
Here's your reminder. You've got to go, honey.
Okay, Alexa, stop. Just a few more. Eric Timage, Emily Friel, Lore Crowley, and Blanche Nake. Nake. Kind of like a snake, but without the S. So, guys, check your email if your name is on this list. We are going to get together for a Zoom call. This is our chance to get into a small container. So if you have any questions you ever want to ask me, or if you just want to get to know me better, I'd love to hear about you and get to know you better, because that's something that feels really important to me, especially this year. It's just deepening our connection, deepening our relationship, and yeah, just really, we're in this together, you know? Nice. Debbie, send me an email to the email from that information from the Zoom call, and I will set you up on this one, okay? Awesome, guys. So, yeah, Lotus and Shanae, sorry, it's my brain. Shanae, yeah, you guys know how fun the Zoom calls can be. Of course, this is something we do every 2 weeks in the High Vibe Tribe. And it really feels like such a cool thing that we can do to get to know each other better and just like build this sense of community and belonging that we so deeply long for as humans. You know, going back to this whole thing about being afraid of connection, it's like we so deeply want the connection, and yet sometimes we hold ourselves back from the thing we want the most. So I believe that we have to cultivate the connection, we have to cultivate that intimacy, we have to cultivate that vulnerability and be willing to show up, be willing to sit in the uncomfortable moments, you know, and this is really how we go and how we grow. So that said, I gotta go. You saw the thing. Oh yeah, and someone is gonna be a winner of the Magic Hummingbird, but we're only gonna know who that is when the email comes out. So join the email list. You still have a few days before that email goes out, and then you can see if you're one of the winners of the Magic Hummingbird. Oh, hi, Sandy Calhoun. Sandy Calhoun, we had an amazing private Zoom call because you won the kids charity raffle. We'll be doing that again soon. We have another kids charity run coming up in April because it's an ongoing thing that we do to support this school. And I'll definitely be offering that as a prize again. So, all right, guys, I love you all very much. Thanks for being with me. I love you. I love you. I love you. Let's just take some deep breaths together because it always helps. So let's do 3 deep breaths together. You ready? Next one, exhale with sound. Let's do it. A little shake. Great, guys. I hope you have a beautiful day today. I'm off to go to Pana to grab some supplies for my land blessing ceremony later today. Let's remember, it's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to feel the discomfort. And it's even better to sit with it. Because on the other side of that discomfort is a gift. But we don't get it if we hide. We don't get it if we numb. We don't get it if we just get high. We don't get it if we just run away in all the ways that we run away into work, family, you know, our cell phones, shopping, any other addiction that just kind of helps us like feel better and cut off that edge of the discomfort. Sit with the discomfort. That's your assignment. That's all of our work if you choose to accept the mission, okay? Let's try it and see what happens, okay? I love you guys. See you soon enough. See, look, Shawnee. No, Shawnee. And there's Chanda, Church Panda. Yeah, there's Stella. Oh. All right, guys, I love you. Hi, Charles, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.